All right, we're here at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world. Coach Ben Thomas from the Riverside Vikings. And Coach, let's talk a little bit about the year so far for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good year. We've had our ups and our downs. Kids have worked very hard. Started the season off with a tough game against North Pocono. We were able to rebound that from that game and get ourselves on the board with a few wins. Had another tough game versus Dunmore. It's kind of been a story of the season. Lose one, win two. Lose one, win two. We just lost to Lakeland. Hopefully, I can get ourselves on a 3-game win streak now. Get ourselves in a district playoffs with a chance to play Lakeland again. So hopefully, our streak of winning 2 potentially be a streak of winning 3, which will get the monkey off our back.
Lackawanna Trail this weekend. It's going to be a challenge. Trail's a feisty team. Coach Steve Jervis does a nice job there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a great team. They have a good football team. They have some good running backs, some good defensive players. They've played some tough games against some good opponents. Early on in the season, they played very well against some teams. I always look at early on in the season. They played very well and won against a team like Mid Valley. Week 2, we had struggled against Mid Valley slightly. Just kind of a battle. We ended up winning the game 6-0. So, they have a lot to offer. We're going to have to go out and set the tone and do the things we want to do both offensively and defensively to have things go our way Friday night.
Let's talk about some of these leaders we're going to talk to tonight. Tell us a little bit about some of these guys and what they have kind of done in small numbers. But a lot of schools are kind of dealing with small numbers. So tell us about what they try to do with the rest of the players.
Starting with a guy like Nick Satil, he's kind of done everything for us, from the special teams aspect to, catching the ball as a receiver, running the ball as a running back. Last week, playing quarterback for us. That alone, rushed for 2 touchdowns, ran a open kickoff back, and threw for a touchdown pass. He was kind of, if there was a way we could have thrown the ball last week and got him a touchdown, receiving touchdown, would have been kind of like the, catching for the cycle in football. Just great kid. One of the kids I probably consider to be one of the best athletes in the area. Thankfully we have him on our team. We're able to do some really good things with him, and we'll do the same thing. Weeks ahead. Just to broaden our aspect of using him and taking advantage of his skills. Kid like Billy Nash, he's been great for us defensively. He's been also great for us offensively. Catching the football. Over the last few weeks, he's converted some key 3rd and 4th downs for us, making some amazing catches. Just doing a phenomenal job. Had his first touchdown catch last week of his career. Paul Coleman, he's been running the ball. Had a kind of a little bit of a slower, shaky start to the season. Was fumbling the ball a lot. Has really solidified his game the last 4 to 5 weeks. Runs very hard. Positive yards each carry, just becoming a really, as I say to him, like a student of the game, just understand what he's doing. And my quarterback Cody Golgowski, he's come a long way. We gave him the opportunity this year. We had to work hard at building his confidence. Early on in the season, even just in practice, if something went wrong, it was really easy for him to get his head down and look in the wrong direction. In the last few weeks, he's grown away from that. We've seen him step above that, where if he makes a mental error, makes a mistake, he uses that to build to move on to something better. One of our another senior captain I have here, Jake Polonis. Jake Polonis is just interior defensive lineman. Interior offensive lineman has just done a great job on both sides of the football. He's a kid that we wouldn't be able to do much without. And of course, one of my other captains, Riley Goan, who plays middle linebacker and offensive line for us. Leading the team in tackles, is an aggressive player on defense, the leader of our defense, controls what goes on in the field, and also a leader on the offensive line. So, good group of kids that have, they're getting better week to week, and just, enjoying what I'm seeing. Just don't want things to end. Just want to keep, improving as a team off of their improvements week to week to try to go as far as we can go.
All right, we're with Billy Nash from the Riverside Vikings. Billy, big game coming up with Lackawanna Trail this weekend. Let's talk about what the Lions look like on film.
Well, yeah, Lackawanna Trails, they're a very tough team. They're 6-2, and their expectations are high for their season, just like ours for ours. And they made a district. They are qualified for the district playoffs. So this game is going to be a tough game, and it's going to come down to who wants it more, really.
You had a great one-handed catch against Lakeland. The game didn't turn out the way you guys liked, but there's guys on your team that can make plays, you and some other guys. Talk a little bit about the weapons you guys have.
Absolutely. Well, our offense is really coming together as the season goes on, and Cody Gulowski's throwing the football beautiful, and Nick Satil, he's making plays all over the field. So our offense is really coming together, and we're just going to try to put some points on the board this week.
It's going to be a grind the last couple of weeks of the season, and you guys are hoping to get into that playoff mix as well. Talk about what you guys need to do to kind of finish the job. You're hanging, you're in a game, but a couple wins, loss, and stuff like that, the ups and downs of life kind of. What's it going to take to kind of continue that momentum like you guys did at the end of last year?
Absolutely. Well, we can't take any game lightly. We have to come out and play 100% each game and play the best of our ability and get the job done and finish up the season with 2 more wins.
Some of these guys that are around you, describe some of what it's like to play with some of your teammates.
It's a great atmosphere playing at Riverside. We've been playing together since we were midget football, and we're just tight bond seniors this year, and we're just trying to win a championship, really.
All right, we're with Nick Satil from the Riverside Vikings. And Nick, let's talk a little bit about your run this year. Do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we just have a very talented team, and we like to get the ball out in space to our athletes and make plays. And I think one of the local sports writers said it best. We have a NASCAR offense, so we really like to get going fast and get in teams' heads, not let them know where we're going, and just get the ball in the open field.
You guys have put it together in many games this year, but you guys want to put it together in every game if you could, especially this weekend against a good Lackawanna Trail team.
To beat Lackawanna Trail, I think we need to play good offense all 4 quarters and stop their passing game on defense in all 4 quarters. And I think our special teams take care of itself. I think we have one of the better special teams in the area, and I think that'll just help us out. If they punt or kick us the ball a lot, we'll have a good time in the open field.
What's it like playing with some of these guys on your team?
Man, we've been playing together since C team, B team, A team, since we were little kids, and it's really good chemistry on the field and talking to one another, and no one really ever gets really aggravated because we've been such good friends, and it's easy to play with them. It makes the game a lot more fun and a lot easier to play.
Good athletics in the family, kind of runs in the bloodlines a little bit. Take us through some of those athletes in the family.
My dad and my uncle, I think, started it. They both played Division I baseball, and that's what I'm really aspiring to do, baseball. And my dad was also good at football, but I don't know. I just took it at a different angle than he did. He played quarterback, and I played at the outside wide receiver spot. And I think I'm just putting my athleticism to use the best. My sister Natalie, she plays basketball and softball for Riverside, also a pretty good athlete. My brother helped us out on defense last year, another good athlete in the family. And I just think it runs, and we do what we like to do, and we have fun doing it.
How much fun are you having when you're out there in particular? You're catching passes out of the backfield. Sometimes you're running the football. You're throwing the football. Sometimes you're kind of, as Coach mentioned, you're doing a little bit of everything, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time. Like the seniors, it's flying by, but I think it's flying by because we're having a lot of fun. We're pretty decent record. I mean, we know we could win a couple games that we didn't win, and it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I don't really want it to end. I want to make a run. I want to make it last as long as it could with these guys.
All right, we're going to move along to Jake Polonis from the Riverside Vikings. And Jake, let's talk about the offensive line there at Riverside. Take us through some of the guys that are playing well.
We have a lot of good guys in the line. We have Kyle Biesecker, RJ Gilroy also stepped up as well. He's playing probably 3 positions for us, so when Riley needs a break or something, he's always a guy that can come in for us and stuff. They moved me to center this year. I started at tackle, but they moved me to center because we're down on guys at center, so they really need someone to step up, so I stepped up.
How about playing with your brother? Talk about what his position is and what it's like to play with him and kind of bring him along and bring him up to speed as to what's going on.
Well, he plays corner and wide receiver, and it's pretty cool playing like with your brother. I haven't played with him in a couple of years because he took a year off for football, so I haven't played with him since junior Vikes, and it's a good feeling to play with your little brother, you know what I mean?
Overall, you guys have had some success this year. There's been a couple of losses, but you're hoping to end the season with a bang. What do you see about Lackawanna Trail? There's an opportunity there.
Yeah, there's a really good opportunity. They're a really good team. They have a lot of good linebackers and stuff. They're tremendous athletes, and it's going to be really tough to block them.
All right, well, we wish you the best against Lackawanna Trail, and thanks for coming out to Arcaro Genell. We're Paul Coleman from the Riverside Vikings, and Paul, let's talk about your role on the team. You're a hard runner. You like to be physical when you're out there. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to run behind that offensive line.
Our offensive line is really stacked. There's a lot of good players on the line. I trust my line. I run behind them. They do everything they have to do. They work in practice to offer that for me.
A guy like you, you're looking to do something at the next level, but what comes easy to you, I'm guessing, is the classroom. You really have some high-level schools looking at you. Talk what it's like to be a good student and where that comes from.
It comes from your family, really. Like, you just have a family of hard workers that just teach you to work hard, do good in school, keep your grades up, make sure you stay on track, and that's what really rewards you, especially when God blesses you with athleticism. You gotta do your work on your part and keep your grades up.
Talk about some of your favorite subjects at school and what kind of area of study you're thinking about at that next level.
I want to go and study a little law, political science.
Any school that you're looking at right now, or a handful of schools that you're looking at? Tell us about some of your visits.
I went on a game day visit over the weekend to the College of Holy Cross. It was a good game. They upset Harvard University. That was a really good game. I want to apply to Robert Morris. They have a good law program, and there's some good opportunities around the valley.
Yeah, it sounds like you got your ducks lined up for next year. Let's talk about this weekend with Lakota Trail. What are you looking forward to against the Lions?
It's a statement game. We've had some losses in the season. They've lost to a couple of teams that we have also coming to face. But it's definitely going to be a statement game, and we have to show up and do our responsibilities. Everyone has to do it 111 to pull out this win, and bounce back.
Paul Coleman from the Riverside Vikings here at Arcaro Genell. All right, we're with Riley Goan from the Riverside Vikings. And Riley, first up, let's talk about being all over the field, being on kickoff. And, I don't know that you get a break. I see you out there all the time when I watch you guys against Lakeland. Tell us what it's like to have that motor that you have.
Just I've been playing on the team for 3 years now, and I just feel as a senior I have to be out. Just like the rest of our senior class, I feel like we all have to be out there as much as we possibly can. I think we're pretty well conditioned, and we're not really getting tired, so we could be out there as much as we can.
What's it like to play with this group of guys over here? I know you guys, pretty much everybody said, hey, we played together since we were young. It's been a fun time. We're hoping to have more fun the next several weeks.
Yeah. I've been playing with all these guys since junior Vikes, and it's just been an honor playing with them. To see how we've all progressed in our career. I love playing with these guys. I told a bunch of them I don't want this to end, so we're gonna play our hardest these next couple of weeks and see how far we could get.
For you personally, talk about what's coming up next for Riley Goan in 2017. Do you know yet, or you're still kind of fishing around as to what you may want to do?
Right. I definitely want to play at the next level. I've been getting some looks from everywhere from FCS schools to schools around here. I'll try to make my decision I want to make my decision by the end of the season. So I guess we'll see.
Now, how about an area study? Did you kind of hone that down, or you're kind of wide open right now?
I'm undecided right now, but I've been playing around with a couple majors that maybe I'd be interested in college, so I guess we'll see about that.
Talk about what you love about the game of football. Obviously, a little bit in the family
Yeah.
Goes a long way, but how about for you personally? What do you like about it?
Just with my family, I feel like playing football comes as a tradition. Just like my cousin JC, we talk about this all the time. We have to carry it, because our name is such a popular name in football in this valley. So I try to play my hardest to live up to my dad, my uncles. So yeah, it's just
A lot of tradition, that's for sure, in that Goan family. We wish you the best of luck this year, and of course your decision process as well.
Thank you.
All right, we're with Cody Glagowski from the Riverside Vikings here at Arcaro Genell. And Cody, you play the quarterback position, so there's a lot on your mind, I'm sure, at all times. Talk about being able to kind of take in this offense and be a leader out there.
Well, it's a lot at first, coming in with the new coaching staff, importantly, and then we were going in with a lot of new offensive. Every week, we're putting in a lot of new offenses, and it's just a lot at once to take in, and it's just a lot to focus on, a lot to get your mind around.
Let's talk a little bit about the weapons that you have offensively. Let's talk about tight ends and receivers and running backs. There's some guys that you could do some stuff with.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Nick Satil's a big target out there at receiver. Any ball, he can go up and grab down and know that. And then Billy at 6'2", he's a big tight end. He's a big blocker, and he's a big tight end. He's a big receiver to rely on. And we have a fast receiver out there, Nick Bolonis. He's putting in a lot of work for us. And then I have to also give credit to my defense for allowing me to go on as much as I can on offense and put our teams in good positions. So It's just a lot.
How about the fun you're having right now? You having fun with these guys? I mean,
It's great. It's great. I grew up with these kids. It's a lot of fun to play with them. Finally, my senior year is finally here, and we're just trying to make as big of a statement as we can to the city.
It flies by, man.
Oh, it does.
It does.
It's really quick.
And the playoffs are going to be here before you know it. Let's talk a little about what you guys are looking forward to.
We're looking forward to actually, for the most part, beat Lakeland because it's hard. It's very hard to beat the same team twice in one season. So we're going up there with a lot of momentum. Moving into the season, we're doing very good. And with, like I said, with a lot of the new offenses, we're putting in a lot of new stuff to actually beat Lakeland. So we're ready for the Lakeland the second time around. And then to just progress, it's just a lot more that we have to focus on and get our minds straight.
And the focus is Lackawanna Trail this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. They're a good team, and we can't sleep on them. They're 6-2. They're a good football team, and we just can't take them lightly.
Talk a little bit about everybody's got somebody who's important in their life. For you, your mom. Tell us a little about her.
My mom's been there through everything. I mean, she's pushed me to do everything. She's pushed me to do my best. She's kept me safe. She's been there. She's been my role model my entire life, and everything that I do for her. It's just a great feeling to play for her.
Always great to hear. And of course, the best to your mom and the best to you the rest of this year. And we wish you well in basketball season. I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, basketball season also with a new coaching staff. I'm looking forward to what we can do this year as well as our senior year with the kids I've been playing with. We're looking to make a statement this year.
Cody Glagowski from the Riverside Vikings here at Arcaro Genell.